You got up this morning, got dressed, drove to school, and before you'd even taken your coat off, someone needed something from you. Does that resonate? I remember the day I walked into school, and as I opened the door to go in, I was asked if I'd finished the report last night. Almost at the same time, I saw a child struggling at breakfast club. And while noticed that, I saw a TA slipping in quietly in tears. Someone always needs something from you, don't they? And here's the question nobody is asking you, but I am right now. Who is looking after you? If you're a head teacher, an executive head, any school leader, anyone watching this, I want you to hear this clearly today. You are not a machine. You are not a system. You're not a function. You are a human being. And you are doing one of the most complex, emotionally draining, and demanding jobs that exist. And the way you show up, the energy you carry through the corridors, the pace you move at, whether you stop and breathe before you speak, that isn't just personal, it's professional. That is leadership. You see, here is the truth that nobody puts in the leadership handbook for you. Your staff are reading you constantly. And actually, so are the children. They're watching you, your body language, what you do, what you say, every single day. If you're rushed, they feel rushed. If you're stressed, they feel unsafe. If you're unavailable to yourself, stretched so thin there is nothing left, then ask yourself honestly, are you really available to them? Today, I want to give you 3 practical habits, not theory, not a well-being policy, 3 things you can actually do today, right now, starting the moment this video ends or during the video. The first habit is that you need to regulate yourself first. The message your body is sending before you even speak is so important. Think about the last time you walked into school in a hurry. What message were you sending? What signals were you giving? What were your staff picking up? Whether you intended it or not, a rushed, tense, eyes down leader sends a signal. And that message is this. This isn't a safe place to slow down. It's not a place where you can be human. If your staff see you skipping lunch, sending emails at 11 p.m., never sitting still, they won't feel permission to do any differently. They'll follow your lead, not your words. So my first challenge for you today, your first habit is this. Before you walk into any room, take maybe 5 seconds. Take a deep breath before you walk into any space, even into the school in the morning. When you go into a meeting, walk into reception, take a call, walk down the corridors, perhaps even as you go into the door at home. Take a breath. Take 5 seconds. What message do you want to give the people that you're meeting the other side of that door? I'm not talking about being unreal with yourself. This might be about you being vulnerable, but think about it. What message do you want to give off? And I want to give you some language you can actually use, because vulnerability from a leader is not weakness, it's courage. It's the most powerful thing you can model to your staff. If you've had a hard morning, instead of pushing through with a forced smile, try saying this to a trusted member of your team. I want to be honest with you. This morning has been a real lot, but I'm here, I'm present, and I might need us to be kind to each other today. And how are you doing? That one sentence does 4 things. It models honesty, it creates safety, it checks in on them, and it reminds you both that you are 2 human beings in this together. Your staff don't need a superhero. They need a grounded, real, honest human being leading them. You can be that person today. The second habit I want to suggest to you is to celebrate one win out loud, to retrain your brain to notice what's working. Because here's what happens at the end of a school day. We talk about what went wrong, don't we? What still needs to be done? What was missed? What's on the list for tomorrow or tonight? And the brain, your brain, the staff brains, ends the day in a state of deficit. A sense that it's never enough, that you are never enough. I don't know if you know, but scientifically, this is where our brains tend to go, to the negative. And over time, that erodes everything: motivation, connection, joy, all of it. So the second habit is simple. At the end of each day, before you leave, when you're with a colleague or on your own, perhaps share one win with yourself or with someone else. One thing that went well, one moment that mattered. Not a performance review, not a tick on an Ofsted criteria, just a moment, human to human. A human moment. It could be small. Maybe a child smiled at you, showed you something amazing. Maybe a lesson clicked. Maybe you made a member of staff feel seen. These all count. That is the work. And I want you to do something right now. Yeah, right now. I want you to pause the video. Say to yourself out loud, or share with someone near you, one win you've had today. One thing, however small, say it out loud. This is harder than it sounds. When I spoke recently to a group of educators, some of them couldn't think of one win from their past week. You might have to think for a moment, so pause. Do you know that it's really important that you say it out loud? Because then your brain starts to recognize that you're wanting to notice the wins. And if you do this consistently, then your brain will start to watch for these wins and you start to notice them more. It's so simple, but my goodness, it works. I wonder how it felt for you to notice a win. Because I imagine saying it out loud landed differently to just thinking it. Words make things real. Sharing makes things visible. And visible wins build the culture you're working so hard to create. How about ending your next staff meeting, even if it's a quick one, with this? Before you go, everyone, I want to hear one win from today. Anyone, something that mattered to you. You'll be surprised what it unlocks. You'll hear things you never knew were going on in the school. And your staff will start arriving at the end of the day looking for their win. And that's instead of carrying their worries home. It's a shift over time that will change everything. So the third thing I want to ask you to do is to put yourself in your own diary. Because you see, we schedule what matters, don't we? And the question for today is, do you matter? I want to ask you something that might feel a bit uncomfortable. If you open your diary or think about your week ahead, how many of those slots are for other people's needs and how many are for you? I'm not asking about PPA time or a meeting that you've got to attend. I'm simply asking, is there one thing in that diary this week that is there because you need it, you want it? Is it going out at lunchtime for 15 minutes? A walk to eat away from your desk? Maybe a conversation that will fill you up rather than drain you. A walk with a friend, a coffee, a gym trip. Just a moment. It could be even 10 minutes where you remember that you exist outside of your role. And whether that is as a leader, a parent, a child of an elderly, needy parent, whatever your roles are right now, is there anything in your diary? Because here's what happens when leaders never put themselves in their own diary. They start to disappear, not physically, but internally. They lose the thread of who they are outside of the job. And when that happens, they have nothing left to give. And they don't even notice it's gone. I certainly didn't. So the third habit is non-negotiable, and I want you to do it right now while you're watching this. Open your diary on phone, on paper, wherever it is, and block one thing this week that is for you. Not a meeting, not a task. One moment that reminds you that you are a person, not just a role. Put it in, name it, protect it. It might feel indulgent. It might feel impossible. Do it anyway. Will you? I wonder how that feels. It isn't selfish, by the way. It's powerful. Because the most important leadership decision you will make this week is choosing to treat yourself as someone worth looking after. If you don't believe you matter, your staff will learn that they don't matter either. And that is the culture that you are building every single day. Think about how you're treating yourself. So we've got 3 habits. That's all this is today. 3 small things done consistently that change everything. The first one, remember, check the message your body is sending before you walk into the room. Simply take 5 seconds. Breathe. Choose honesty over performance. The second one is to share a win at the end of every day. Say it out loud, even right now if you haven't yet done it. And the third one is to open your diary and put yourself in it. This week, today, you became a head teacher because you care deeply. You care about the children, about the staff, about your community. But that care has to start somewhere, and it has to start with you. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, please be kind to yourself.